Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari जय पुष्पात् परमंश परिव्राजकाचार्य सत्र सदस्य मौल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। स्वामीत भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर लॉर्ड। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर लॉर्ड। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर लॉर्ड। थैंक यू वेरी मच। Today, the appearance day of Nityanand Prabhu. Nityanand Prabhu is Baladev. Baladev Tattva. Brajendra Nandana Jai Kachi Sutta Haila Sai. Balaram Haila Nitai, who was formerly the son of Nanda Maharaj. He has appeared as the son of Sachi Devi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother's name was Sachi Devi. So, Krishna is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Balaram is Nityanand. No, Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Haila. Balaram Haila Nitai. So Balaram, in the Vedic literature it is said, Nam Atma Balahinena Rupya Na Bhuna Sutina. So, Bala means strength. Sometimes some rascal philosophers, they take it that Bala means bodily strength. They propagate this philosophy that unless you are bodily stout and strong, you cannot achieve spiritual salvation. You must be very strong and stout and eat meat and fight, and then you will get next spiritual strength. No. This strength is different. This is spiritual strength. The difficulty of the present situation is that actually we are moving on account of spiritual strength, but they have no information of the spiritual strength. They are thinking material strength. That is expressed here, that ahankare matta hoiya nitai pada pasariya asattere satya kari mani. This is due to ahankar. Ahankara vimuratma kartaham iti manjati. Those who are vimura, especially rascal. Mura means rascal. And B means Vishesh, Visheshena, particular. Ahankara Vimuratma, the same thing which is spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. Narottam Das Thakur says the same thing in a plain Bengali language. Ahankara Matsahaya Nitai Bodhi. by the spell of Maya, Ahankara Vimulatma, Kartam. They are thinking that we are independent, and we can do whatever we like. And this is called Ahankara Vimulatma. Under false pretext, false prestige, everyone is thinking that we are independent. We can find out the solution of the problems of life by material adjustment, so on and so on. So that is our material disease. Ahankara Vimulatma. Bewildered. They do not understand that the real strength is spiritual strength. We see daily that a very strong man, very powerful man, very good brain, very good scientist. So what is the strength? The strength is Atma. As soon as the Atma, the soul, goes out of this body, so intelligent, so strong, and so many things, material. That is the difference between dead man and the living man. The living man is very powerful, very good position, everything. As soon as he lies down, he is lying down on the floor, and if you kick him on his face, he will not protest. So where is that strength? The strength is gone. That is spiritual strength. On the spiritual strength, the body moves. Suppose you have got a very good car, Mercedes car or Rolls-Royce car, but when there is no petrol, how the car will move? It is not possible. There is spirit, petrol spirit. Similarly, real strength is spiritual strength. That spiritual strength is Balaram. Bala means strength. Therefore, we have to take shelter of the lotus feet of Balaram, Guru Tattva. Balaram means Guru Tattva. Balaram represents Guru. Jasya prasadat bhagavat prasad. If you want to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if we want to understand Krishna, then we must take shelter of Balaram. Nayam Atma Balahinena Labha. Balahinena Labha, this Vedic injunction, means without the mercy of Balaram, you cannot understand, you cannot realize your spiritual identity. So that Balaram comes as Nityanand Prabhu. Balaram Haira Nityanand. Therefore, we must take shelter of Balaram. That is, this song has been sung by Narottam Das Thakur. Nitai pada kamala koti chandra susi. If you take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, then we get peace. Koti chandra susi. Just like in daytime, especially in the summer season, we become very much exasperated. But at night, in the evening, as soon as there is moonshine, we become very much satisfied. All day's labor and fatigue is immediately moved. So, Nitai Pada Kamala, the shade of Nityananda Prabhu, lotus feet, is Koti Chandra Sushital, as pleasing as 1 crore of moonshine. one moonshine gives us so much pleasure. If we want actually peace of mind, if we actually want to be free from this material fatigueness, then we must take to shelter of Nityanand Prabhu. Nityanand Prabhu is the strength, spiritual strength, and without spiritual strength you cannot approach Krishna. Nayamatma pravacana, simply by talking nonsense. Nayamatma pravacana rabha. If you are a good speaker, that does not mean you'll understand yourself. Na medhaya, neither by good brain, because you have got very good brain, you will understand Krishna. No. Nayamatma pravacana rabha. Na medhaya, na bahuna sutena. If you think that you are a very good scholar, university degree holder, then you will understand. No, this is not possible. So we must have spiritual strength. That source of spiritual strength is Balaram. Krishna's next manifestation, Prakash Vigraha. Krishna is manifesting himself through Balaram. We have to take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. Nitai pada kamala, koti chanda sushi. Je chhavaye jagat pura. The whole world is suffering. But if you want peace, then you take the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. Anonitai Mina Bhai, Radha Krishna Paitanya, Virakari Aronitai Pa. Our real aim of life is how to go back home, back to Godhead, and associate with Radha Krishna. In another song, the same author said, Manusya janam apaya Radha Krishna na bhajiya, janiya suniya bishakhai. Unless you come to Radha Krishna, you cannot get real pleasure. If you want to dance and get pleasure, don't dance independently. Dance with Krishna. Then you will be happy. The dancing is there. But dancing without association of Krishna, just like here in our temple, we are also eating. But we are eating the remnants of food stuff left by Krishna. That is real pleasure. It is not that we are stopping eating. We are not stopping. We are not drive to Rajab. Krishna varo dayamaya kurivare jivha jai saprasad anna dilavai. All over the world we are eating Krishna prasadam, and we have got good experience. At least 10,000 men and women, they are taking Krishna prasadam, but we have no anxiety. We have no anxiety. A family consists of a few members. They are full of anxiety how to maintain the family. And we are maintaining a family of 10,000 men. We have no anxiety. Just see practice. We have no anxiety. We require thousands and thousands of rupees for maintaining Europe, America. They're costly affairs. But because we are under the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, Balaram, we have no anxiety. That means material life means anxiety. You cannot avoid anxiety if you lead a material life. Then you will be anxious. That is Prahlad Maharaj's instruction. He was asked by his father, my dear son, what you have learned, the best thing from your teacher. So he replied, my dear father, he never said, my dear father. He said, my dear, best of the Asuras. Asuravat. Tasadhu manne suravadhadina. Tasadhu manne suravadhadina. Sada samudvigna dhyam asadgraha. The whole human society is suffering, at least suffering from one disease, anxiety. Ask anybody. Take one small ant and take the big elephant, take the President of the United States, or take one street beggar, ask him whether you are free from anxiety. Nobody will say, no. I am full of anxiety. That's a fact. So why is there anxiety? I'm full of anxiety. That Prahlad Maharaj replied. Sada samadvigna dhyam asadgraha. Because they have taken asad vastu, that will not exist. Everything, whatever we are talking about, this body will not exist. And this is the main platform of our existence. In the material world, so long the body is there, you exist. So, Prahlad Maharaj said that real solution of problems of life is to get out of this material condition. That is best thing, in my opinion. Sada samadvigna dhyam asat. That is Vedic injunction. Asatoma, sadgama. Don't live in this asat, in this material condition. Sadgama. Go to real existence. The real existence means spiritual life. Na hannate hannamane sharira. So, if we actually want life, a blissful life, then we must get out of this material. That is Prahlad Maharaj. Samudvigna dhyam. And if you remain in the material existence, you must suffer from anxiety. There is no excuse. So, Prahlad Maharaj advises that Nityatma ghatam grihanda kupam vanangato jad harimasayeta. If your real problem is anxiety, and this anxiety will continue so long your material existence. Therefore, the real life is to get out of this material existence. Ityatma-ghatam. Atma-ghatam. Atma-ghatam means killing the soul. This material civilization is killing the soul. They have no information of the soul. They do not know how to become peaceful, how to become blissful. They are trying to be peaceful by external material energy. They are thinking by constructing big, big buildings, just like in Bhubaneswar they are doing, and having good, very big, big roads and motor cars. That is advancement of civilization. No, that is not advancement. That is increasing the anxiety. There is no solution of the anxiety. Very formerly that I was speaking, there was no university. The university was in the cottage, Vyasdev. Vyasdev was writing Srimad Bhagavatam and all the Puranas in a cottage. The university was there. Who can produce such literature as Vyasdev has given? From any angle of vision, from literary point of view, from philosophical point of view, everything so perfect. Every literature, Mahabharata, Puranas, and Vedanta, Vedas, he has given.
So there was no need of university. It required clear brain. That was to be done by the Brahminical qualification. Sama dama tutikha arjava jnanam vijnanam asritam brahma karma sam. Where is that education? This education, technical education, how you can very nicely hammer. This will not solve the problem. So if we want real solution of the problem, then our duty is, first of all, to take the shelter of Nitai Pada Kamala. Then we'll be happy and we'll get moonshine and our all fatigueness will be subsided. সম্বন্ধ নাহি যার বৃথা জন্ম গেল তা. If you have no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda means always. Nitya means always. Ananda means pleasure. This is another meaning you can draw. Therefore, if you have no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, se sambandha nahi jat. Vritha janma gala. It's simply wasting time. Vritha means useless. Uselessly is wasting time. সেই পশু বড় দুরাচার. And Nityananda Thakur has used very strong one. Anyone who has no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, he is a poshu. Say poshu. He is a poshu, means animal. The animal house, one animal can get happiness, that is not possible. The dog, from the childhood, is searching after food, and cannot get food unless the dog has got a master. He's a street dog, and he's always unhappy. So better to become a dog of Nityananda Prabhu, then you shall be happy. Instead of becoming dog of so many other people, everyone is dog. Everyone is searching after to serve a master. But none of them are satisfied, because there is false master. You take real master, Nityananda Prabhu, he will be happy. Say Pasu Barodurachar, he does not know where is happiness, where I shall become a dog. That our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has sung, therefore. Vaishnava Thakur, Tomaro Kukur, Bolia Jano More. My dear Vaishnava Thakur, kindly accept me as your dog. As your dog. I am dog already, but I am Maya's dog. I am not Vaishnava's dog. So kindly accept me. If you become a Vaishnava's dog, Charya Vaishnava Seva, Nishtar Peche Keva. If you do not become a dog of Vaishnava, Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda is Guru. So, if you do not become a dog of Nityananda Prabhu, Vaishnava or Guru, there is no question of happiness. Se sambandha nahi jaya vitha janma gaya. এই পশু বড় দুরাচার. নিতাই না বলিল মুখে মজিল সংসার সুখে. He has no connection with Nityananda Prabhu, and he does not say Jai Nitai, Jai Go. মজিল সংসার. He thinks that this society, family, and society, friendship and love, divinely bestowed our man, this materialist person, they say like that. That is called Mojila Samsara. Samsara, there cannot be any issue, but he is attracted. Mojila Samsara. Vidya Kule ki koribeta. What we'll do is university education or born in a big family. This is not possible. Vidya Kule ki koribeta. why they are accepting this false ahankare mattaiya, nitai padapasariya, asattere satya karima. On account of being misled by false prestige and false egotism, asattere satya karima. We are accepting this body. It is asat, it will not exist. That we have taken as reality. Ahankara mattaiya, nitai padapasariya. But if we take shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, then we get the enlightenment. Asattere satya parimani, nitayar koruna have braje Radha Krishna pabe, dara nitai charan. Therefore, Nityananda Thakur advises that today is Nityananda Prabhu's Abhibhav, appearance day. Let us at least remember today Nitai Pada Kamala. That is what Nitai Charana Sattva Tahara Shivaka Nitya. The reality is Nitai Charana, and anyone who is servant of Nitai, so Nitai Charana Sattva Tahara Shivaka Nitya. One who has become the dog of Nityananda Prabhu, he gets his eternal life. We are eternal, but under misconception of material identification, we are under the subjugation of Maya, Bhutta Palya, Tatha Dehanta. This is very bothersome, but they do not know. Going from one body to another, transmigration, and that is not guaranteed what kind of body. They have no science, no knowledge about understanding Tatha Dehanta, the very first instruction of our body. They are so rascals, and they are proud of their education, their university. This is going on. Nitai Charana Sattva Tahara Shivavan. Nitai Pada Sadakarvas. Therefore, we should always expect to be under the shelter of Nitai Pada Kamala, Narattama, Bharadvati. Nityananda Thakur is Acharya. He is presenting himself, that is Acharya. I mean, he is not Dukhi, but he is presenting himself as Dukhi, that is Acharya. Acharyas, they are never Dukhi, but taking the common man's position, he says, Narattama Bharadvati. Or in other words, Narottam. Narottam means the best of the human beings. So here, in this material world, one may be the best of the human beings, very exalted position, but everyone is Dukhi, unhappy. Narattama Bharadvati. Nitai Mane Karasu. Only Nityananda can make me happy. Otherwise not possible. Rakha Ranga Charanera. So, today's Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. We shall always pray, Nityananda Prabhu, kindly keep me under your shelter, so that I am very dukhi, I am very unhappy. Under the shelter of your lotus feet, I shall be happy. And that is real life. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So now we'll have discussion by is it Anand my Prabhu. You can you can share, Prabhu. Share. ये वाला वो वाला नहीं
Hare Krishna. Sri Nityanand Prabhu ki jai. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. So Srila Prabhupada was giving his comment on the song of Narottam Das Thakur. Maybe we can sing that song. Nitai Pada Kamala. Nitai Pada Kamala. Koti Chandra Susitala. Nitai Pada Kamala. Koti Chandra Susitala. Jai Chaya Jagata Jurai. Heno Nitai Bine Bhai. Radha Krishna Paite Nai. Dida Kori Dharanitai Pai. Se Sambandha Nahi Jar. Brutta Janma Kelotar. Se Pashu Bododura Char. Nitai na bodilo mukhe. Majilo sansara sukhe. Vidya kule ki koribe tar. Ahankara mata hoya. Nitai pada pasariya. Asatyere satya kori mani. Nitayar karuna hobe. Vraje Radha Krishna pabe. Dharanitai charana dukkani. Nitaya charana satya. Tahara sevaka nitya. Nitai pada sadakoro asha. Naratama bodo dukhi Nitai more koro sukhi. Rakho ranga charanera pasa. Nitai pada kamala Koti chanda susitala. Jai chayai jagata durai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. On this occasion, most auspicious of the appearance of Lord Nityananda, we can always remember the position of Lord Nityananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan movement in the age of Kali. He is Lord Krishna himself, Krishna Varnam, Tusha Krishnam, Sango Pangastra Parshadam. Yagyaye Sankirtana Prayayir, Yajanti Isme Dasaha. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one who started the Sankirtan movement, as announced in the scriptures. He is Lord Krishna himself, having come very mercifully and giving the most greatest gift of Krishna Prema. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not come alone. Sango Pangastra Parshadam. That means he is always accompanied by his associates, the devotees of the Lord, and his most intimate associates. And number one, the most important associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Nityananda Prabhu. We cannot think of Lord Chaitanya without also at the same time thinking of Lord Nityananda. These two are always together. Just like we are thinking of Lord Ramchandra along with Lakshman. Similarly, Krishna, Balaram. So Nityananda Prabhu is the Lakshman, Balaram. He is the Sankarshan. He has many names, but he is the immediate expansion of Lord Krishna. So Nityananda Prabhu is the immediate expansion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the two are always together. Sometimes some devotees were giving, first of all, obeisances to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then Nityananda Prabhu. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu corrected them, said, no, first of all, offer obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu. That is the etiquette, and that is the proper understanding. So without Nityananda Prabhu, the Sankirtan movement could not have developed. So Vrindavan Das Thakur was the last disciple of Nityananda Prabhu, and he has written this Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, and also he has compiled this Sri Nityananda Prabhu life and teachings that is called Nityananda Charitamrita. This is not a different book, the same book as Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, but focusing on Nityananda Prabhu. So I wanted to present some of the leelas of Nityananda Prabhu. First of all, how he appeared and so on. Nityananda Prabhu appeared by his own will as the son of Harai Pandit, Harai Oja, and Padmavati Devi in a town called Ekachakra. Maybe some of you have gone to Ekachakra. From Mayapur, sometimes they take the devotees there, Ekachakra. That is a very auspicious place to visit. So there, Nityananda Prabhu made his appearance, and the year was, I've written here, you guys forgot, 1473. That is, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will appear later on in 1486. So 13 years before the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu appeared as the elder brother. And the life of Nityananda Prabhu is completely devoted to Lord Krishna from the very beginning. He was spending all his time with his friends enacting the Leelas of Lord Krishna or Lord Ramchandra. All the Bala Leelas of Lord Krishna, and Lord Ramchandra going to the forest and going for Sri Lanka, meeting the monkeys on the way. So this was the pastimes of Lord Nityananda also. Sometimes his mother would ask him that, how do you know all these Leelas? Nityananda was telling that, these are my Leelas. So where is the question of forgetting? This is Nityananda Leela. He is reenacting these Leelas with all his friends. And every day, in this way, they were enjoying the Leelas of Lord Krishna or Lord Ramchandra to such an extent that sometimes it was becoming very somewhat fearful situations when Lord Ramchandra was fighting against the Ravana and his army. At one time, Lakshman was attacked and he received a very powerful arrow and he fainted. He fell down on the floor and he was not waking up. He was out of consciousness apparently. And at that time Hanuman was advised, you go and bring this Sanjeevi and some other herbs from the Himalayas, from Gangamadhan mountain. So Hanuman went there by flying, immediately went there, but he could not distinguish which herb was the most important for Lakshman. So he brought the whole mountain on his hand and he flew back to South India in this way. And the herbs were given to Lakshman. In this way he was revived. So this is one of the Leelas, and that Leela was enacted by Nityananda Prabhu. And just like Lakshman was unconscious, Nityananda Prabhu enacted the same also, being unconscious, being hit by this powerful arrow. And he could not be revived. And the parents, Hadai, Padmavati also came in a great anxiety. What's happening to our son? Why is not waking up? What's happening? What kind of Leela you are doing? But Nitai was remaining in the same position. So they had forgotten what is the remedy. There's part of the play, part of the Leela, but at that time that devotee was enacting the part of Hanuman. He forgot what to do. So it took some time. Then finally he remembered, oh, I have to go and bring that herb. He had forgotten. So finally, that Hanuman in this Leela, again he went there and it took some time. And then finally he brought some things. And so in this way, Nityananda Prabhu was again brought back to consciousness. So that was on the Leelas enacting at that time. So for 12 years, Nityananda Prabhu and his friends every day. And the parents were not so anxious. They were quite happy that our son is spending his days like this. So they were quite happy to see Nityananda. They had so much love for him. But they were happy. Our son is also very happy along with his friends. So at one day, one Brahmana came and he was received by Hare and his wife, and he took shelter of their house at that time. So next day in the morning, the Brahmana made a request to Hare and Padmavati that you have a very good son here, and you see I'm traveling, I'm going on yatra throughout India, but I'm alone. So I feel that I need some assistant companion who can we can travel together. So that will be very helpful for me, and it will be very good for your son also. But so Hare, Padmavati, they consider, oh, what he is asking is impossible. How can we be separated from Nitai? How can he go? He's just a small boy. So they were in a puzzle, considering what to do. If we don't follow this instruction by this Brahmana, then it will be sinful. We have to follow this exalted Brahmana's instructions. At the same time, how can we be separated from Nitai? So they were just considering, and the Brahmana told them, don't worry, your Nitai will come back very soon after this yatra, so you'll be able to again have your association with your son. So, and Nityananda at that time was quite enthusiastic, and he did not protest, and he was happy to go with that Brahmana on a Tirtha Yatra. So they left, they went to the forest and went to different holy places. At some time, Nityananda also on his own, he left that company and he continued the yatra. This yatra continued for 20 years. Yes. 20 years continuously, Nityananda Prabhu went throughout India. You take all the important places of pilgrimage from the northern Badrinath up to down Rameshwaram, on the eastern side, Puri, Jagannath, western side, Dwaraka, and all the holy places in South India, North India, everywhere, for 20 years. He went to Vrindavan on the first time, and there he remembered all his previous Leela with Lord Krishna when he came as Balaram. Again, he continued his yatra, and in the course of his yatra, he met one very great devotee by name Madhavendra Puri. When Madhavendra Puri met Nityananda, Madhavendra Puri already had many disciples, including Ishwara Puri and Brahmananda Puri and many others. They were together. But when they met Nityananda, they thought, oh, he is not an ordinary person. And Madhavendra Puri also understood very well. This Nityananda, he is very exalted personality and a great devotee of Lord Krishna. And he felt ecstatic. So both of them became ecstatic. And they started to dance in ecstasy like anything, embracing each other. And for many days, they were together, simply discussing Krishna Katha and living in ecstatic condition, not thinking which is day, is it today, daytime, or is it nighttime, not considering day and night. And so many days and nights passed, And they consider this to be just like a small moment. So much ecstasy they had together in this meeting. So that was very essential meeting with the Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri is the first in the disciplic succession to have experienced this Hare Krishna prema. He was a disciple in the line of Madhvacharya, and he was the first one who is experiencing the Radha Krishna prema. So when the two came together, then it was like a very wonderful meeting. So then after some time, Nityananda Prabhu left again, and alone he continued his yatra, and again he came to Vrindavan. So Vrindavan, he went to all the forests, and he also had darshan of Madan Gopal. Earlier, Advaita Acharya had also gone to Vrindavan on pilgrimage, and he had discovered the deity of Madan Gopal. So the same deity, that is Madan Mohan, who is now has come to Hyderabad by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, the same deity, replica of Madan Gopal. At that time, Nityananda Prabhu was absolutely ecstatic in Vrindavan in such association. And Nityananda Prabhu was considering that what is my mission next? Already 20 years I spent in Tirtha Yatra, and he was considering, now my mission is coming next. Next is appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the beginning of the Sankirtan Yatra, Sankirtan Yagya. So Nityananda Prabhu at that time, he considered that let Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come. I want to see him, I want to hear him, I want to hear the kirtan from him. Then I will join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu did not consider that, let me start alone, let me have Sankirtan, let me preach. He had the faculty, he had the strength to do it. But without Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he considered, no, I cannot do that. I'm a servant of Lord Gaura, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm his servant. I cannot do anything on my own. I have to join him. I have to surrender myself to him. Then only we'll have the Sankirtan Yagya. So in this way he was waiting. He was in Vrindavan and waiting appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had developed he was 20 years of age at that time, Lord Chaitanya. And it was the beginning of his mission. And Nityananda Prabhu then understood, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. He is there in Navadvip. So let me go there and join his party. So in this way, the Sankirtan Yagya started. I wanted to read from these lines written by Vrindavan Das Thakur, because they are expressing feelings of ecstasy between Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We cannot dissociate the two. They are always together. So let us now hear, how did they meet together? How was the first moment of ecstasy which they experienced at that time? So speaking in a faltering voice and unable to walk properly, Lord Nityananda resided in Vrindavan. Meanwhile, Sri Gaurachandra revealed himself in Navadvip. Lord Gauranga constantly did Sankirtan in great ecstasy. He felt distressed, however, not seeing Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda could understand the manifestation of Lord Gaurachandra. He lived in Vrindavan waiting for this auspicious moment. So at that time, Lord Nityananda had already spent 20 years in the yatra, 12 years at his home, so he was 32 years of age. And Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya, at that time was 20 years of age. Understanding that his Lord had revealed himself, Lord Nityananda immediately went to Navadvip and stayed at the house of Nandanacharya. Nandanacharya was a Mahabhagavat, a pure devotee of the Lord. He saw Lord Nityananda as effulgent as the sun. Lord Nityananda was dressed as an avadhut, or mendicant. He possessed an attractive body. He was always in deep, sober mood. Lord Nityananda chanted the holy names of Krishna day and night. He was the abode of Lord Chaitanya's mercy within the three worlds. He often shouted loudly out of his own ecstasy, maddened with love of God. He was an incarnation of Lord Balaram. The enchanting beauty of his face defeated millions of moons. His sweet smile enlivened all the people of the world. His beautiful, brilliant teeth were just like pearls, and his two broad lotus eyes increased the beauty of his face. As Lord Nityananda arrived in Nadia, all the residents began to chant, Jai, Jai. Who is so expert to describe his glories? It is Lord Nityananda who broke the sannyas danda of Lord Gaurasundar. It is he who enlivened all the fallen, foolish traders of Bengal. If anyone even chants his holy names, he will certainly be purified. Seeing Lord Nityananda, Nandanacharya became very happy. He offered him lunch and kept him at his house. Aware of Lord Nityananda's arrival in Navadvip, Sri Vishwambar became extremely happy within his heart. The Lord had, on some pretext or other, already disclosed the arrival of Lord Nityananda to the Vaishnavas. But none of them could understand the meaning of his words. Lord Vishwambar had said, within a day or two, an exalted personality will come here. By providence, Lord Nityananda arrived in Navadvip the same day. Lord Vishwambar, after completing his worship of Vishnu, came and sat with the Vaishnavas. The Lord said to everyone, today I had a wonderful dream. I saw a beautiful chariot with a flag on top that came and stopped near my door. Within that chariot, there was a remarkable personality. He carried a large pillar on his shoulder and appeared restless. He had a stick tucked into his clothes and carried a pitcher in his left hand. He dressed in blue garments with a blue chadar on his chest. A wonderful earring hung on his left ear. By his features, I assume he is none other than Haladar Balaram. He repeatedly asked, is this the house of Nimai Pandit? Lord Chaitanya continued, I have never seen such a noble and powerful personality. He was effulgent and dressed as an avadhut or mendicant. I was severely stunned by seeing him. I asked him, who are you? He smilingly replied, I am your brother. We will meet and know each other tomorrow. Hearing his words, my happiness increased. I consider myself as similar to that personality. So Lord Chaitanya is narrating his dream that he is going to experience the next day. Speaking like this, Lord Chaitanya fell into ecstatic trance and began to roar loudly in the mood of Haladar Balaram. The Lord demanded, "Bring wine." He is talking like Lord Balaram. "Bring wine. Madhu, Madhu." So, all the devotees remained shivering at a distant place. They all thought there must be some reason behind this. The lotus-eyed Lord Chaitanya loudly talked aimlessly. He smiled and moved his body to and fro in the mood of Sankarsana. After a short while, the Lord returned to his normal condition. Explaining the meaning of his dream, he became absorbed in the mood of Balaram. The Lord said, "I have a feeling in my heart that somebody, some holy personality, has arrived in Navadvip. I already told all of you that we would meet him soon. Oh Haridas, oh Srivas Pandit, go and find out who has come and where has he come from." By the order of the Lord, both pure devotees, Haridas Thakur, Srivas Pandit, happily wandered and searched all over Navadvip for Lord Nityananda. While wandering, both of them talked to each other. They thought that Lord Sankarshan might have come here. They happily wandered the streets of Navadvip, but were unable to get any news. After searching the entire Navadvip for 9 hours, they returned to the Lord without success. They humbly reported to the Lord, "We did not find a stranger in Navadvip. We looked in the house of sannyasis, Vaishnavas, Jnanis, and atheists. We saw the entire Navadvip, but did not go to villages outside Navadvip." Hearing them, Sri Gaurasundar began to smile. By the pretext of ordering the search, he showed that Lord Nityananda is most confidential. Nobody can see Lord Nityananda with his own power. They were thinking, we are 2 of us, we can go everywhere and meet Lord Nityananda. No, that is not possible. Some people glorify Lord Gaurachandra, but as soon as they hear the name of Nityananda, they get up and leave. Just like if one worships Govinda, but does not respect Lord Shiva. For that offense, he will surely go to the abode of Yamaraj. Similarly, this incarnation of Lord Nityananda is most confidential. Without the inspiration of Lord Chaitanya, no one can even see him. If anyone criticizes Lord Nityananda's unfathomable qualities, though he possesses devotion to Lord Krishna, such devotion will be checked. So nobody, in other words, Lord Vrindavandas Thakur is telling, nobody can be a devotee of Lord Krishna without being a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Nobody can be a devotee of Lord Chaitanya without being a devotee, first of all, of Lord Nityananda. First of all, we should pay obeisance, we should surrender ourselves to the feet of Lord Nityananda. Then only we can understand further in our spiritual understanding. Devotees headed by Srivas Pandit are fully conversant with the science of Lord Nityananda, but for some fun, they could not find him. After a while, Lord Chaitanya said with a smile, "Come with me, let us go and see him." All the devotees then joyfully went with the Lord while chanting, "All glories to Lord Krishna." On the way, Lord Chaitanya called, "Murari, Murari, Have you not seen Avadut, Nityananda? Saying this, he began to smile. And Murari tells him, he is now staying at Nandana Acharya's house. Come with me. We are going there. I'm telling you the truth. While walking, the Lord repeatedly chanted, Hare, Hare. His whole body shivered and his voice choked. 5 or 7 lines of tears flowed from his eyes. The lustrous golden Lord was unable to walk. Sometimes he leaped up to 5 steps ahead like a powerful lion. Sometimes looked behind like a mad elephant. Out of ecstasy, the Lord would make a loud noise again and again, which was as grave as the noise of a cloud. In this way, Sri Gosunda, along with his associates, finally reached the house of Nandana Acharya. Everyone saw a jewel-like personality sitting in the house of Nandana Acharya. His effulgence was equal to that of millions of suns. He was sitting in his own mood, deeply absorbed in ecstatic meditation. He was smiling all the time. Aware that Lord Nityananda was in a deep trance of pure devotion, Lord Vishwambara and his associates offered obeisances. Everyone stood aside with awe and reverence. No one said a word. They simply stared at him. Then Mahaprabhu Vishwambara came before Lord Nityananda, who at once understood his beloved and worshipable Lord was present. The form of Vishwambara was as beautiful as that of Cupid. He wore an attractive dress and a flower garland. Sandalwood paste was smeared on his forehead. The luster of gold appeared most insignificant before the body of the Lord. Even the moon god hankers to see his enchanting face. The Lord's teeth resemble a set of pearls, and seeing his attractive hair, one becomes unconscious. Seeing his 2 broad pink eyes, one wonders, are there any more lotus flowers? His 2 long hands stretched down to his knees. A fine thin Brahmin thread beautified his broad chest, and so on. Lord Vishwambara stood in front of Lord Nityananda, who at once recognized the Lord of his heart. Lord Nityananda, out of joy, was stunned. He stared at Lord Vishwambara without blinking his eyes. He desired to lick Vishwambara with his tongue and drink his beauty through his eyes. Nityananda desired to embrace Vishwambara with his hands and smell him with his nose. Lord Nityananda simply became stunned. Everyone was so astonished that he did not speak or move. Lord Gauranga, the life and soul of everyone, beheld the situation and began to invent ways to reveal Lord Nityananda. With a gesture, the Lord instructed Srivas to recite a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Understanding the Lord's intention, Srivas Pandit at once recited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, glorifying Krishna's attractive form. Bharapidam natavarava puskarnayo karnikaram bibradvasakanaka kapisam vajantim chamalam randram venoradara sudaya purayan gopa vrindair vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravisatkita kirtihi. Wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, blue karnikara flowers on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and a Vaijayanti garland, Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers as he entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints. He filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glories. Srimad Bhagavatam, Dasima Skanda, 21st chapter, 5th sloka. Hearing this verse, Lord Nityananda fell to the ground unconscious. Out of great ecstasy, Lord Nityananda remained inert as Lord Gauranga told Srivas to continue. Awakening after a short while, Lord Nityananda began to cry. Repeatedly hearing the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Nityananda became maddened. He roared like a lion, and a sound shook the universe. He jumped in the air so forcefully that everyone thought all his bones would break to pieces. What to speak of others? Even the Vaishnavas became afraid. They all prayed, "Oh Krishna, save him! Oh Krishna, please save him!" Lord Nityananda rolled on the ground and his whole body became wet with tears. Seeing the attractive form of Lord Vishwambar, Lord Nityananda breathed heavily. Sometimes he would laugh loudly, and sometimes he felt great happiness within his heart. Sometimes he danced, sometimes he clapped his hands, and sometimes he jumped forcefully. A golden effulgence shone from the beautiful body of Lord Nityananda. Brightly shining ornaments decorated his charming bodily limbs. Yellow cloths adorned his waist, and he wore a turban decorated with champaka flowers on his head. His captivating smile disturbed the chastity of women. His grave voice resembled the sound of a cloud. His roaring sound subdued a mad elephant in the form of Kali. He walked like an intoxicated elephant. Tears of love constantly flowed from his smiling face. Overflooded with love of God, Lord Nityananda's body showed symptoms of ecstatic love, such as shivering, standing of the hair on end, and perspiration. Sometimes he stood up saying, "Please hold me." Then he would ask everyone, "Where is that coward boy, Karnai?" Sometimes he uttered strange words, and sometimes he cried or laughed. Sometimes he asked for honey, and sometimes he praised his consort, Revati. The fragrance of his bodily limbs caused all the young girls and the married women to leave their houses without hesitation. Lord Nityananda fell on the ground to offer obeisances to Lord Vishwambar and humbly offered prayers with sweet words. Lord Nityananda fell at the lotus feet of this Lord. Both of them tried to catch hold of each other's feet. Both the Lords embraced each other and cried. Lord Nityananda looked at Vishwambar's face and smilingly said, "Where were you? I have searched the entire world, but could not get any news of you. Finally, I heard that the son of Nanda Maharaj is living in Navadvip, in Godadesh, hiding his real identity. I have come here to catch this thief. Today I have caught you. How will you escape?" Saying this, Lord Nityananda began to laugh, cry, and dance. Lord Gauranga also danced with Nityananda. Seeing Lord Nityananda ecstatic madness for Krishna, Gaurchandra cried along with all the Vaishnavas. The happiness of Nityananda increased without limit. Although everyone tried to pacify him, they were unable. When all the devotees failed to calm him, Vishwambar personally embraced him. As soon as Vishwambar embraced him, Lord Nityananda surrendered his life to Lord Vishwambar and became still. Lord Nityananda offered his life to him, to whom it belongs, and thus remained inert on the lap of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Nityananda floated in the water of Lord Chaitanya's love, just as Lakshman lay on the lap of Lord Ramchandra, being hit by the Shakti weapon of Ravana. Lord Nityananda's wound, pierced by the arrows of love and devotion. Gaurachandra cried with Nityananda on his lap. Both lords felt an indescribable happiness. Their love and affection for each other is like that of Sri Rama and Lakshman. There is no other example of the affection seen between Gaurachandra and Nityananda except this. After a while, Lord Nityananda revived. All the devotees began to chant, Hare, Hare. Seeing Lord Nityananda on the lap of Visvambar, Gadadhar smiled and thought, this is contradictory. Lord Ananta always carries Visvambar on his lap. Today, his pride has been smashed in the lap of the Lord. Gadadhar Pandit knows the influence of Lord Nityananda, and Nityananda knows the heart of Gadadhar. Seeing Lord Nityananda, the hearts of all the devotees filled with ecstasy, Nityananda and Gaurachandra simply stared at one another without uttering a word. Tears incessantly flowed down from their eyes. Seeing each other stunned, both of them, the tears from their eyes flooded the earth. Lord Visvambar said, today is a very auspicious day for me. I have seen with my own eyes pure devotional symptoms that are the essence of the four Vedas. This shivering, flowing of tears, and loud shouting are not possible for anyone except one who is empowered by the Lord. If one personally sees this pure devotional service, Krishna will never reject him. I am firmly convinced that you are the full manifestation of the Lord's energy. By worshipping you, a living entity achieves devotion to Lord Krishna. You can purify the 14 worlds. Your qualities are inconceivable, unfathomable, and confidential. There is no one existing who can defy you. You are the form of love of Krishna, the treasury of devotional service. If anyone meets you even for a moment, he will be delivered, even if he committed millions of sins. I think Krishna has a desire to deliver me. That is why he brought you to me. By huge fortune, I have seen your lotus feet. By worshipping you, I will most surely get the treasure of love of Krishna. So what more can we say? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he is glorifying Lord Nityananda in such a manner, telling Lord Nityananda is my savior. Because of him, maybe I can become a devotee of Krishna. So what to speak of anybody else? Just for a moment, taking darshan of Lord Nityananda, chanting the name of Lord Nityananda, we can take the same benefit of developing pure love of Krishna. So these two personalities have come to this Kali Yuga to deliver fallen souls and distribute love of Godhead unrestrictedly to anyone. Lord Krishna made conditions in the Bhagavad Gita. He tells Arjuna, don't teach this Bhagavad Gita to those who are not austere. Those who are not my devotees, they are not qualified. You need not preach this message of Bhagavad Gita to them. This is Lord Krishna's advice. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they are ready to save anyone. They are ready to give this love of Godhead to anyone, regardless of his qualifications. He may not be austere, he may not be a devotee, he may be anyone. low class, high class, anywhere. This is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has come along with Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu came first of all, and he was wandering throughout India, all the holy places. Where is Krishna? Where is Lord Chaitanya? Just waiting for that. So now they met together. This is most auspicious for all the people of Kali Yuga, these moments of ecstatic union between the two lords is most auspicious. And this is the beginning of the mission of Nitai Gaur and Chandra. Nitai Gaur Haribol. Nitai Gaur Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So many more pages are there to describe the glories of Lord Nityananda, because the time is already almost 10 o'clock. So if anyone has any question, can try to answer a few words. No question? All right. So wish you happy Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamahotsav ki Jai. Sri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.